Namaste and welcome. It is Rishi here from meditatewithrishi.com, and today I want to tell you exactly what you can do if you are feeling guilty about something. The point of this video is to give you an approach, a framework that will help you to feel lighter and essentially move on from the situation positively. Okay, so I'm going to put a spiritual spin on this, because if you understand this from a spiritual perspective, it will definitely help you take a step back and realize that it's okay to make mistakes and actually be able to move on from this. Okay, so the first thing that you need to understand and to realize and to tell yourself is that it is very okay to make mistakes. It is very okay to make mistakes. Why? Because if we answer the existential question, why are we here? From a spiritual perspective, the reason we are here is to balance our karmic account. It is to rectify our previous mistakes. So in essence, we are here because we are imperfect. We are here because of our imperfections. If we were perfect, then we wouldn't be here, right? So by that logic, if we are imperfect, it is very natural, it is very normal that we are going to make mistakes. It's very normal that we are going to make mistakes, right? So the guilt that you feel is simply there to nudge you in the right direction. The guilt is telling you that, this was not the ideal action. You need to act differently next time in the same situation. It's kind of like if let's say you put your hand in a fire, immediately your body is going to react and, make you feel pain. So you take your hand away from the fire. So that pain that you feel is your body protecting you. In the same way, the guilt that you feel after doing something that's not ideal is just another mechanism to protect you. It is your soul telling you, do not do this, otherwise you will have to you'll have to pay for it later on. You'll have to come back and pay for it. You'll have to remain in a cycle of action and reaction. You'll have to remain in the cycle of birth and death, essentially. Okay, so guilt is a good thing, and it is very okay to make mistakes. It is very normal to make mistakes. And the guilt that you're feeling is a good thing, okay? So, now that we've established that, what do you actually do in order to feel better? So, the point number 2, this is the actual exercise, is to make peace with your guilt. To make peace with your guilt. Now, to do this, I want to give you a practical thing to do. So you get a pen and paper, okay? And the first thing you do is you write down, what did I do wrong? Actually write it down. Understand what exactly you did wrong. And once you have a clear idea of this, it will give you the opportunity to actually apologize for it. If you've hurt somebody, you can apologize to them. If you have been untrue to yourself, you can actually apologize to yourself, right? But if you don't have the strength to apologize, that's okay. But just writing it down, knowing exactly what you did wrong, it will give you it will keep it in your awareness, essentially. It will keep this in your awareness, right? So the first question is, what did I do wrong? And the second question you want to answer is, how will I act differently next time? How will I act differently next time? And you can be sure that you will have the opportunity to rectify this mistake. Because again, from a spiritual perspective, life is just a school. We are here to rectify our mistakes. So until we learn from them, the situation will keep repeating itself. This is why if you notice in your life there is a reoccurring pattern, it's because there's something that you need to learn that you haven't learned yet. The moment that you learn it and you rectify that mistake, it will dissolve the karma. The situation will no longer appear in your life. That pattern will no longer re-emerge. Okay? So how do you make peace with it? Number one, write down what exactly did I do wrong, okay? If you can, apologize for it. And number two is write down exactly how you will deal with it next time, okay? Having this framework, the point of having this framework is that it will actually take away 50% of your guilt, and the remaining will go when you actually act differently next time, okay? The remaining will go when you actually act differently next time. Now, the last thing that I want you to remember is that even though you do this, even though you have this framework in place and you are ready to act differently next time, there is still a chance that you won't. There is still a chance that you will fail. There is still a chance that you will make that mistake again, because you are human. And that again is totally okay. That again is totally okay. Okay? The only thing is that your intention, should not change. Your will to improve should not change. And as long as that does not go, nobody can take it away from you. Nobody can take the ability to improve away from you. For me, years ago when I was trying to quit alcohol and my bad habits, I had so much guilt around that. And I tried and failed countless times. It actually took me a few years to get rid of those habits completely. But, luckily, I didn't stop trying. I just kept on, going for it again and again and again. And finally, it just happened. All of that is just completely in the past. So as long as your will to improve is there, nothing can take, your success away from you. So that is it. I really hope that this helps, okay? Just remember, to summarize, it is okay to make mistakes. Guilt is a good thing. If you're feeling guilty right now, make peace with it. Ask yourself, what did I do wrong? How can I act differently next time? And remember that when that next time comes, you try to do your best, but even if you don't, it's still okay. You will get the chance again. This is the cycle, essentially. So that is it for today. Thank you very much for listening. Namaste.